So we listened like this door sign, and suddenly he said like, my parents, like who can be, right? Of course, my parents. So then it was the brother, the sister, the mother, the father, and even the grandmother.
Wow.
So then I was like that, and since we were like moving clothes and stuff, he suddenly had one like blanket, and he just threw the blanket on you. So I was like how to say, like a ghost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the first thing, and the thing I just can't forget, is like the brother said "Nuguya," which is, you know, like who's this? Who's her? Who's that? What's that? You know? And yeah, like the brother was like, who's her? And then actually I just took out the blanket, and then I just say like, hi.
You're welcome once again to the studio, and today we'll be having an interesting conversation as always. Like I said to you, please click the subscribe button and you will never regret joining this podcast. Thank you very much. And today we have someone in the studio. We have Hannah in the studio. She's from Mexico and she has been in Korea for quite a long time. And today we'll be having an interesting conversation. So please stay tuned. Yeah, you're welcome to the show, Hannah.
Hi.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And probably I want to ask, you have been here for quite a long time now. So what brought you to Korea?
Oh, it's a very interesting story. Like, I have been here in Korea for 7 years, but I didn't know anything about Korea actually. Like first, like when I was like 18 years old,
yes,
with my friends, we got the first like ID card. So then we decided to go to a club. So then we went to one club, and then I saw one Asian guy. I didn't know actually which country. And then, I like him. And then he actually liked me, and we were like dancing. And then we decided like to wait the subway.
Yes.
Like till 5 something. It was in Mexico that, and then we decided to eat together something.
Yes.
And then we each other exchanged the phone numbers, and then at the next day we went to one coffee shop, and then he actually told me like, oh, I'm an exchange student here in Mexico. I have to leave by like in 2 days or something.
Wow.
And then I really wanted to stay with him, and actually he liked me, and he said like, oh, but I want to meet you more. And he actually changed his flight because of me.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, oh my God, for me that was like fantastic, and I fell in love like, oh my God. Yeah. So then actually we were like dating, and then the day he had to like come back here to Korea.
Yes.
Suddenly for me it was like so sad. I went to the airport, I said bye to him and stuff, and then actually we were like having like a long distance relationship, but then like for 2 months. And then he asked me like, when are you coming to Korea? And actually I didn't have even passport. I didn't even know about like how to make a visa or something, or how to come.
You just turned 18 or 19 then?
Yeah, I was like 18.
18 then, okay. Wow.
And then he said like, are you willing to come? And then I said yes, but actually I asked to my parents, and my parents said like, no. I was studying the university in Mexico, and then they said like, no, why? And you are studying here, why do you want to go there? And then actually they knew I had like kind of a boyfriend, but then they were like, yes, like they didn't, my parents didn't like take it serious. But then he actually told me like, I will help you like to come to Korea, and like the easiest way to come, like it's coming here is studying. So then he said like the easiest way maybe is studying Korean language before studying one like major.
Yes.
And he said like, oh, you need to get this paper, and then you need to notarize this paper, translate this paper. So he had sent me all the list of the papers I need to gather. And then I made all the papers. My parents actually helped me. They saw that I really wanted to like come here actually, and I made the study plan and everything. My parents said like, okay, we will give you the opportunity, but one time. If they don't accept you, then it's over. And actually, I wanted like since I passed the university exam, I had like a pending gift. So I told my parents like it was like a phone, like a new cell phone,
yes,
or just anything else. And I told them like I want to go to Korea because I want to see this guy again. And then my parents said, okay, make the passport and check what else you need. So I didn't need any visa because it was like tourist entry, like so
yes,
no problem. And then I didn't want to tell him because it was kind of a surprise.
You wanted to surprise him?
Yeah, I wanted
to
surprise
okay.
him. Yeah. So first, I made everything. My parents found like a like cheapest like date, and it actually was this month, like August, because you know the weather is so hot and no one wants to go outside.
Yes,
I
that's
didn't
right.
know because, like I said, I didn't know anything about Korea. So I said, oh, it's so cheap, and actually, yeah, I bought like a round trip, 15 days. I booked that flight, and then I didn't want to tell him, and suddenly, like after 2-3 months of like dating, kind of like distance relationship, he stopped like talking to me often. Everything I felt, everything changed, and his birthday was like coming, and I said, I have a surprise for you. And he said like, oh, which surprise? And then he didn't answer till night, and he said like, oh, sorry, I had like kind of like a meeting with my friends, with my family because of my birthday. And then at the end, like a next day when he answered again, because he didn't answer me like often,
yes,
I said like, I'm going to Korea, and he said when, and I said the date like on August 4th. And suddenly he said like, oh, I'm sorry to say, but like I don't know if did you see that things have changed, but I have like I came back with my like ex-girlfriend. And then I was like so shocked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me understand. During the 2 months you guys we are dating, he didn't tell you this?
He didn't tell me.
Okay. He came back to Korea.
Yeah,
and
he came
reconnected
back to
with
Korea.
his ex-girlfriend.
With the ex-girlfriend.
Without telling you.
Without telling me.
But when he came back to Korea, immediately he came back, did you notice any changes in the communication?
No. Like everything was fine. Like after 2-3 months after, everything stopped changing. So yeah, and then I was like waiting, and then actually I don't know, like when I bought the flight, actually everything started changing, but I didn't tell about the flight. Yeah, and then I told my friends, like I was so sad, and I said like this person kind of like cheated on me, and I have the flight. I don't want to know anything about Korea. And actually, like 2 days after, I received like the email from the university that said, oh, you are accepted to study Korean language. And I said,
wow,
I don't want to study Korean language.
Wow.
I don't want to go to Korea. I have already the flight. I don't know what to tell my parents, because my parents also met this guy when he was in Mexico, and my parents like trust him. So I was like, my parents probably, if I tell them like, no, I'm not, like we are not dating anymore, probably my parents will be like so afraid, like, no, you will not have a guide or someone in Korea, and also you don't speak Korean, so it can be dangerous or something for you. So my parents probably will not allow me to travel. So I was like so confused, and then my friends actually said like, don't tell anything to your parents, just wait and then go to Korea, or tell your parents when you are already in Korea.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did that, and then since I didn't have like friends and no, like I didn't know anyone here, and I actually don't trust in online apps, which is like the most common like here to meet people, because I feel so afraid. Like in my country, actually, there is like a so dangerous. It's dangerous actually.
Like in terms of scammers or something.
Like a scam, or maybe like people can take like
okay.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand.
So that's why I feel so afraid to use apps. So then I said, better I want to meet like people in real life. What if like I'm afraid with the apps? What if someone says it's this person, and actually it's another person.
Yeah.
So I
that
said,
kind of
well,
stuff.
I want to like meet someone, like a stranger, but better in the club. Like I can see that it's really
Yes,
so
yes.
I went to like many clubs like for like 3 days, and I just met friends, but only like girlfriends. So
Okay.
yeah, I got some contacts, and with these girlfriends we were like going out. But actually in the third day I was going out with one girl that like every day she was coming home drunk, and this third day like her parents said, no, you can't go out because every day you come here drunk. But like no, like I was saying, but no one could check me, because I
Yes.
was alone. So yeah, so then actually in the club, then I saw someone, yeah, like far away, and then I just approached because I was alone, and then I saw another foreign guy. And actually that foreign guy thought that I was like liking him, but I was like, no. And then he actually said, what do you want? Do you want to drink something? And I said, oh, are those guys your friends? And he said, no. But then he kind of like showed interest on me, but I said, because I like that guy, can you help me? Like, you are talking with them, so can you help me? And he was like kind of upset, but he just helped me just to like get along with them, just to dance with them.
Wow.
And actually,
wait. He really, even when he found out that you were not interested in him, he helped you out to talk with those people. Really? Oh,
he was talking with them. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But then I talked to him because he was foreigner, and then he like just let me just join this like to sit in the table in that table.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in that table next to him. Yeah, and then with all those other guys.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah. So that's why that's how I met my actual husband. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So like how to say?
Okay. Wait. Come on. Let me understand something. Wait. The other guy that you met in Mexico disappointed you, so you came to Korea and you went to a nightclub, and there someone introduced you to the guy and that's how you met your current Korean husband.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, I told you guys, let's go. Yeah. Wow. So after then, so how did you guys started building the relationship from there?
So like that night we shared each other like the cacao talk, and like we were talking. Next days like we were like eating, knowing each other, and actually he stopped like visiting his house. Like he just moved to kind of like to my hotel for like the remaining days.
Wow.
And I actually told him like I need to go back to my country for like 1 month, make the visa and buy some things, get ready everything, and then for when the semester like starts, then I will just come back like in September. So I said like in 3 weeks. So then actually he said like, oh, okay, nice. And then like I made the visa, everything in my country, and I came like to Korea, and I was like living in a dormitory, like girls' dormitory.
Okay, you went back after meeting your husband at the club. You after some time for 2 weeks, you went back to Mexico to process to prepare the visa process. Since the school has already sent you an admission letter, so you prepared the visa and came back again.
Yeah, came back.
Wow.
Yeah, I came back like after 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. During the period you were in Mexico, you guys were still communicating very properly.
Yeah, still like talking every day and calling every day, video calls, like kind of having a long distance relationship. But this was like I told him like wait for me because I'm really like like I'm going for sure because I already paid my school and I have the letter and everything.
Yes.
So so he waited me, and then actually when I like came back, like I was living in a school dormitory, like girls' school dormitory, but we really wanted to stay together each other. So actually my roommates were so kind that that they saw him like as a brother, like as an older brother. Even it was not allowed to have him inside the dormitory. He was even like sleeping in the dormitory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for like 4 months. Yeah.
Whoa,
4
really?
months. Yeah, like, and actually.
Wait. Was he like coming and going, or?
Yeah, like he was like coming and going. Like he was like working in the morning and then like coming back. Like, and he was allowed, like visitors were allowed to stay till 10:30 p.m. But he was like staying till like morning. Yeah, till morning. Yeah, and he was like that house had like 2 beds, like double deck bed and one like single bed, and we were like in the single bed together sleeping, and the other roommates. It was so funny, and yeah, who could imagine like this,
the guy,
this scenario, right?
Yeah.
But they saw him like as a brother. So
the roommates, were they also foreigners, or?
yeah, one was from Brazil and another from Poland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So he stayed in the dormitory with you for 4 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like actually his family were like so afraid because he stopped contacting his family. Like sometimes he said like I'm okay.
Wow.
But yeah, he stopped contacting his family because he was so afraid.
Wow, this guy must have seen something in you to maybe I want to follow you wherever you go. That kind of love.
Yeah.
That kind of love. Wow, that's very wow. So tell me, how did you guys manage, like in the dormitory and everything?
Like we were like living there together.
Like in terms of
like,
showering, in terms of like.
Oh, like yeah, like actually when the roommates like showered, like we kind of made agreement like, oh, when it's a shower time, he was going like to PC Bang or something, like because of, yeah, it was like that. Or some like there was also like a cooking area, so then go down to cook or something. Yeah, so we like made the plans, but yeah, actually when the Poland girl roommate had this boyfriend, the boyfriend was not comfortable. Like, why is another man living there when it's like a girl's dormitory? So we had kind of an issue, and also with the Brazilian girl, like at some point she was not feeling like comfortable. But like I said, I wanted to move to another place to stay, like us together, or maybe stay alone, but I didn't know anything about Korean, how like to rent or something.
Yes.
So then we moved to like a office or something, like a small, it was office. So yeah, we moved there. But actually, since we had like a cat, like we adopt like a stray cat, we had a problem because in the rules, like it was like no cats. So
Okay. In the office stall you guys rented, it says no cats. So, but you guys saw a stray cat and adopted the stray cat. So, you guys lived with the cat, and the office stall said no cat. So, how did you guys? Did you throw the cat away? How did you guys?
No, with his parents.
Oh, you guys adopted the cat.
Yeah.
Wow.
So actually, like in this, like I gave this cat to the parents, but I will tell you also how I met his parents. It's also
really?
It's like a very interesting story.
Okay,
Like one day, since like I said, he didn't have like a lot of clothes. He had actually like very little clothes. Like he was going to his house when he was working, because he was working near his house area. So when he knew his parents were not there, he was like picking 2-3 clothes. And he didn't have like maybe like 5 t-shirts and 2-3 pants, and so he needed more clothes. And actually he said like, oh, I checked in the family Kakao Talk group, like that there will not be anyone at home tonight because my family will go like camping or something. So let's go to my house and help me like to have 2 bags and like take my things. Yeah, and I said, yeah, let's do it. And we went there, and suddenly we were like packing and something, because we were checking like, yes, this or no, this or no, like checking the clothes. And suddenly we listen like like this, the door, like,
the door sign,
the door sign, and suddenly oh my God, he said, like, who's coming? And yeah, suddenly the parents, like the father.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. Like, you guys decided he wanted to pick some pants and some clothes from the house.
Yeah.
And from the family cacao group, the family already said that they are going on a trip somewhere.
On a trip.
Yeah. So you guys went there to pick some clothes, and why picking the clothes with him? The door sign.
Yeah, the door sign.
Wow.
Because there was later the parents said that the car had some issue, so they couldn't, like, for the safety better like return. So we listened like this door sign, and suddenly he said, like, my parents, like who can be, right? Of course, my parents. So then it was the brother, the sister, the mother, the father, and even the grandmother.
Wow.
So then I was like that, and since we were like moving clothes and stuff, he suddenly had one like blanket, and he just threw the blanket
on you.
So I was like how to say, like a ghost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
Wow,
then the first thing, and the thing I just can't forget, is like the brother said Nubuya, which is, you know, like who's this? Who's her? Who's that? What's that? You know? And yeah, like the brother was like, who's her? And then actually I just took out the blanket, and then I just say like hi, but I was like feeling sad because I didn't want like the first meeting end up like this. I always asked him that I wanted to meet his parents and the brother and the sister, but he always kind of refused to do it. And actually I asked him, like, why you always refuse me to meet your family? Why don't you want me to tell your family, well, why don't you want to tell your family about me? And then he said that normally here in Korea, I don't know if it's like it's common, but at least he said that normally here in Korea, like, Korean guys don't normally tell the parents about the girlfriend, or girlfriends don't tell about the boyfriend if it's not the person they will marry. This is what he told me. So I was feeling so upset, and I said, so you will not marry me? And actually he said, like, actually I'm not thinking about getting married, like, in my life. Yeah, he said that. He said, I want to live with you, like, forever, but I don't want to, like, get married.
Get married, yes.
Yeah. So then he said, like, he said, you can meet my family probably later, but he said it has been like how many months, like 3 or 4 months. So he said it has been very, like, few months, and then he said that at least for Korean society, like, if this couple breaks up, like, it's kind of a shame. And actually I have a lot of, like, foreign friends, and they have told me, like, that some Koreans first make the 결혼식, like, which is like this wedding party. First they make the wedding party, they make the, you know, like, the celebration, but after some months they make the wedding party and live together. They go to the city hall and register the marriage. This is what many friends have told me. And
Okay. The first of all make the wedding, the ceremony, after living together for some months, before they can then go and register the marriage.
Yeah, because supposedly, and this is like not something that 1 or 2 friends have told me, like many friends, and actually I have some Korean friends, like girls and boys, because I also teach English. So I have met, like, other people, and they have told me, no, like, it's kind of a shame here in Korea, and also the rate of divorce is so low compared to other countries. So they said,
it's so low or so high? Which one?
low.
So low, okay.
So low. So they say, like, people don't divorce, and actually they find this is kind of like a shame. And then what they told me is, like, here in Korea is, like, first they make the ceremony, they make the party, they make everything, they live together, and then they go to the city hall, and then shingo, which is like a register or submit the marriage. And I said, what if you made a party and everything? They just consider, like, or tell to the public or friends, yeah, we divorced. But actually, in the real paper, you didn't divorce, and there is no mark. Yeah, which like the mark, you know, like this mark is what they feel ashamed or what it affects. Like, okay, they can make a party, they can make a celebration, the friends can know that they got married, they went to the party, they knew they got married. But then at the end of 1 year, they suddenly stopped posting pictures together or something, and then they said, yeah, I just divorced. When actually they broke up because they didn't actually got married like with papers. But then there is no mark, and then when they make the new life, no one will know that they actually did this thing. Yeah, this is kind of common here in Korea.
Wow. This is my first time.
This is like a lot of people have told me. A lot of people have told me.
Yeah. Coming back, there is one thing I'm curious about. Coming back to when the brother found you and said Nuguya. So what was the parents' reaction?
Oh, the parents were shocked because they shocked because they didn't imagine, like they couldn't imagine like I was at their house, but they have seen me before because like here in Korea, like boyfriends and girlfriends tend to post like the picture, sometimes pictures together, but sometimes the picture of the girlfriend. Like the boyfriend posts the picture of the girlfriend, and the girlfriend posts the picture of the boyfriend. So they have seen me in pictures, and I have seen some messages before that they have said like, oh, is her a model? Who's her? And sometimes he have answered like, oh, it's my girlfriend. And then kind of his family said like, mostly like the grandmother said like, don't waste the time with her. And the mother says like, why a foreigner? She will go back. Like she said, she will go back. You are wasting your money and your time with someone that will end up going back to the country. Like if you buy her dress, bag, makeup, at the end she will go back. If like you waste 3 or 4 years and also money that you could save, or maybe really date someone that will live here in Korea forever. This is what they thought, of course. So when they met me, I was like feel ashamed because I didn't want, like I said, this was like our first meeting. But then I just said that I was from Mexico and stuff, and actually when I said I'm 19, they couldn't even believe that I was 19. They said that I look older.
Wow.
Yeah. And first they didn't like, because first they said I look older, but then I even show my passport because I had I always brought my passport with me everywhere I go. So then they saw we were like same age, and then after some like time, like that, the things cool off, you know.
Yes.
We sit together. They order chicken because they normally during weekends or something the Korean people like to eat chicken.
Yeah.
So we were like talking, and then after talking, and they asked me like, oh, what you doing here in Korea? And I said like, oh, I'm a student here in Seoul National University. They said, oh, and then what's your plan here, like your future? And I said, oh, like my plan is to study Korean language, then go to university, then try to find job, and then I don't know. But my plan is to live here in Korea with your son. And the mother was so afraid, like, with my son? What? Yeah. And then I just told I just told her like in my mind, it's not Mexican culture or something. It's just my mind, the way I just think, and I want to manage my life is like this. That if I just meet someone, I don't want to waste my time, and I just want this person to be with me like forever. Like if I choose this person, I want this relationship lasts longer and forever until the end. Yeah. So I said, and first the mother was not agreed, and then she said like, you are 19, you are so young to think about marriage. What are you saying? Like she was kind of like, she didn't accept me actually with that words. But then my face changed automatically, so I just was like down, and the father said something like, don't worry, ignore her words. At the end, if you will marry my son, then you and my son will decide. We are the parents,
Wow, okay.
but you are old enough
Okay.
to decide. You are not like a kid. You are not a minors, so you are old enough to decide. So then he just said, and then the parents start fighting. So things that I couldn't understand, but they were like fighting. So I was shocked. I was shocked that I made a fight there.
they were speaking in Korean. Like you'll notice that they were like arguing about something.
Yeah,
else.
like I could understand, but not that much. And suddenly the mother and the father were like fighting about this thing, and then just the father said, at the end they will decide. They will decide, not us.
Wow.
Then this made my peace back, because I was feeling so afraid. I had in this moment when the mother said like, that you are so young and why do you want to marry my son, and these things, I got like kind of this moment like anxiety, and I was like shaking inside, and I don't know, horrible. But then when the father said at the end, you and my son will decide, like it brought peace to me. Yeah, it brought peace to me.
Wow.
Back.
So how has since changed? How long did you guys dated before officially getting married?
So like we were like living together. Like we gave the cat to them, and then we moved to another one room, and then I kept like studying the Korean language. I finished the Korean language, and then I just made the exam for, not exam, just like interviews and something for like university. And then we were like dating together for around like 3 years.
3 years.
Just like boyfriend, girlfriend, and living together, like. Yeah, and
yes.
we actually went to like back Mexico, like just to meet my family. Yeah, he met my family, and then another time again, like twice. So then, yeah.
Wow.
Like he also like Mexico, and then I was like, because since I said like if I date someone, I want this person like to be with me forever. I was so afraid that things go wrong because he met all my family, all my friends, and I was like, like the same thing like the Koreans with the papers.
Yes,
same thing. Like I can understand the Koreans with the papers, so I was like, like he met my mother, my grandmother, and my grandmother gave something, and I don't know, and then I was like he knows all my friends, and it's like a mark, it's like, like what if we end up like breaking up? Like I will feel so ashamed that my grandmother with another person.
Yes.
But yeah, like everything went well, so then we got married. Like actually things got like tough because the Korean pandemic, and then actually there was not too much money like to go university, because sincerely to go university here you need to have a bank statement, but very like high bank statement, so kind of like easiest way was to get married. So we decided to better get married.
Wow. But since you guys did you get the approval from the mom before getting married, and how has that changed over time?
No, actually we were like living together, and the parents didn't know.
Wow.
Because, actually they asked for 2 witnesses, but actually the 2 witnesses is like my best friend and the best friend of my best friend.
Wow. Okay, you guys wanted to register the marriage and get married, but did you tell your mother-in-law officially that we are getting married or something like that? Did you tell?
Yeah, till we have our till I get pregnant. Yeah. Till that time.
But did she okay, I accepted, okay, no worry, you can go ahead with that. Did she do that?
She accepted because of the kid.
Yeah,
because of the kid, and her mind is like so conservative, so she thinks that like family should be like always, like mother, father. So for her was like the best option because of the baby. So then actually she like the father and the mother help us. Like they said, like
But the father, when you guys told him that you're going to get married, did she officially said, okay, you guys can go ahead? Did he officially say you guys can go ahead?
like nothing actually. It was like we got married, we signed the papers, and we didn't make any party, nothing, because it was the corona pandemic and we didn't have enough money to do this big thing.
Yes.
And also we don't have many friends. And then then I was like pregnant. Then we told the parents about that, and because we needed help. But then the parents didn't say anything like I agree, I don't agree. They said, oh my God. They say, oh, we didn't know you are married. But then they said that they didn't know how to congratulations, what to congratulate first, like the pregnancy or the marriage, because they said that we are so young. We were like 21, 22. 21, 22. So then they said that they didn't know what to congratulate first, the marriage or the pregnancy. But then since it was like since a baby is coming and a baby is always a blessing, so then they said that they will help us. So then actually we had like this contract in the one room till like May. So the parents says we will like find one apartment for you guys and to stay together. And yes, they help us, and they didn't say like I accept, I don't accept, but actually till now like the mother-in-law helps me a lot. Like if I have some like job, because I work like mostly as freelancer, so if I have a job, if I have to go maybe hospital, if I have to do something else, the parents always help me and the family always help me.
Wow.
So I guess even they didn't say, because I haven't heard this, I agree or I'm happy that you are his wife. For me it's more than enough, and I'm so thankful and grateful that they help. With anything we need. Like actually, I was like when they said like we will help you with the house. My mind at the like, because when I was living in the one room, everything was just with the furniture, you know, like
yes, I understand. Yeah.
So I was imagining like, oh, we will have one like bed, and I will ask my parents to buy one laundry machine, and maybe they will buy me one fridge, or if not, we will have one like a small fridge. Like I was like thinking like that, but then actually when I just arrived to the house, like I was so shocked that like the house was with sofa, with TV, with like like full, like everything like perfect. And I was just imagining maybe not one room, but like something like 1.5 room, but it's like a 2 rooms with 1 bathroom, with 1 living room. Like I was so shocked, and with full furnished, yes. Yeah, full furnished. Like I was so shocked and speechless. Like I couldn't. I thought actually I was said, oh my God, I will buy a puff or something to sit maybe, but no, I have a sofa, and I was like, what will I watch? I don't know if I will have TV. Yeah, I have a TV and also something to put. Wow,
so, they really tried for you guys. Yeah. They really tried.
Well, I have heard like, because I am in groups like in the Facebook online community, then actually in many cases like many girls are not as lucky as me. I have heard like that some parents are really not agreed, like the parents-in-law are not agreed, and since they are not agreed and they didn't ask for consultation about marriage or something, so they don't help at all. Even they have a kid, they don't care and they don't help. I have heard and I have some stories.